One of my homeboys, Glenn, always lectures me about how I greatly underestimate my influence on people because I've stirred quite a lot of pots these last 2 years without intending to do so. I haven't done anything, but the little bit of things I've done have caused a lot of chaos. But the main reason I wanted to make this video is I'm not here to talk about the chaos I've caused in real life. I'm here to talk about the chaos I caused on the internet. 12 years ago, when I decided to start making those Toontown videos, around the time I quit Pirate 101, I looked and I analyzed and I realized that I caused a lot of problems. That a lot of these people are simply mimicking and copying the behavior that they saw me display 12 years ago when I was 17 years old. 13 years ago, really. And I mean, those Toontown Corporate Clash guys, man, they really. Because I went back and looked at the comments on those videos, man. It's all the people that are playing Clash right now, all the people that are mods for Clash right now. You know, that Jake guy, he has a problem with me. You know, part of the reason is because I know who he really is and I know what he does. I know he's guilty of everything that he accuses me of. But there was a point in time when I was friends with some of these people. I was friends with Jake. I was friends with the Skylar chick he was dating. You know, we had a little circle, and this was after I quit Toontown, but my videos were still up. And looking at my videos and looking at the people I hung around and looking at the influence I had on that community, I'm an influencing factor as to why a lot of these people behave the way that they do. And a dude DM'd me recently, like 20 minutes ago. He said I was off the deep end, but then I got him to admit that despite saying that I'm off the deep end, he can't prove anything that I've said to be false on video. And you can't prove the truth false. People want it to be wrong, but they can't make it be wrong. And I was gonna post that video of me interacting with the guy, but then he showed me what he looked like. And granted, he could have been using somebody else's pictures, but if this was really him, man, it honestly made me sad. The dude was in his 20s. He was already balding. He was skinny fat. And he claimed he had gout. I don't know if he was just trolling or not. I don't really care. But, I mean, he looked like how a lot of the Toontown people look, man. And it was sad. You know, I got a chick DM'd me on Instagram a few days ago asking me, what do I look like? And I'm like, that's me in my picture. What's interesting about this chick is she either forgot or she's pretending to forget that I was her driver at one point. But I work hard in life, man. I work hard in life. And I get rewarded for working hard. I have a nice physique, a nice handsome face to the point where chicks on the internet think I'm a fake profile. Because the internet is a place where mostly losers dwell. So when there's a light among the losers, the chicks don't think you're real, even if they've seen you in real life. And then you got this guy who proves the stereotype to be true. You could see his ribs in the pictures, but he had no fucking abs. He was skinny fat, he was balding, and he was only in his 20s. And after I saw that, man, I'm like, I can't post this video. This is just sad. The dude is a fucking loser. And the whole reason he DM'd me is because I made a video challenging people because people say I'm insane. People say I'm off the deep end. People say I'm a lunatic. But then they also want me to unprivate my Toonsound videos. So I'm like, okay, let's compromise. If I'm so wrong, come on a live debate and prove it. And if anybody proves anything I've said on video wrong that I myself have not corrected, I'll unprivate my videos. Nobody did that. For obvious reasons, because they can't. So this dude DMs me and it's like, hey man, I got your videos saved. And I'm like, yeah, you and the other basement dwellers that jack off to my videos I made 12 years ago. I'm not surprised that on the one hand, I caused more people to go further in the basement. That doesn't shock me. When I started copyright striking re-uploads on YouTube, I knew that the people that really do not want to leave the house, I knew they would archive my old videos and share them. And the John Wilson fellow, I keep calling him John Wilson, my bad. And the Wilson individual that comments on my channel, I came close to banning him from my channel because he was telling people how to get those videos. Wilson, you gotta leave the house, bro. My old videos are not that good. They're not so good to where you can just sit in the basement jacking off to them for decades on end. Like, come on, go outside. Sex in real life feels way better than jacking off to your favorite YouTuber. Trust me. But, so yeah, when I took my videos down, I knew on the one hand, I would be leading more people. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say lead more people to the basement because they were already in the basement. I just knew that I would be leading them further into the basement. But on the other hand, I knew that I was done contributing to the problem. I fully accepted what type of influence my videos had on people. And I just came to the decision, no more. I took the videos down and I'm done being a part of the problem. Now, I know that the people who already had the videos saved, yes, they're going to go further into the basement because they don't ever want to leave it. I was reading an article written by a guy who, he had a life sentence. He got released on parole. He got his life sentence overturned after 40 years. But he spent 25 of those 40 years in solitary confinement, his own little basement, because he attempted to kill a correctional officer inside a prison. He was already in there for murder. And this is the thing, man. Don't attack correctional officers in prison, or this will happen to you. There's no limits on how long they can put you in solitary. If you attack another correctional officer, if you kill another correctional officer, if you already have a life sentence, you're spending the rest of your life in solitary confinement. Now, somehow his lawyer got his life sentence overturned, so his last 25 years of his sentence he spent in solitary. And he said the last 5 years of those 25, he never left his cell because he tried to go outside, right? He tried to get out of the basement because even in solitary, you're allowed 1 hour of rec time and we put you in a little rectangular box and you get this little ball and you can play ball for an hour by yourself, right? But he said that even this like extra open space, he said like it felt like it was crushing him. And he ran back into a cell. And he stayed there for the next 5 years. And when the correctional officers tried to get him out to go to rec, they were just like, nah, just leave him there. He's not coming out. So eventually he had to get released though. He had to get sent back to the general public, right? So the last 10 months of his sentence, they spent 8 hours, right? Because he had to come out of solitary. He had to go back into the real world. It's honestly fucked up, man. We put this man in solitary for 25 years, and then you expect him to get out and function in society? I mean, he wrote a book. I'm going to buy his book because this is an interesting read, but let me get back to the point. His life sentence got overturned, so he eventually had to get out. Toontown people don't have a life sentence. They're not sentenced to solitary confinement. They do that shit voluntarily. And yeah, I know that they think that my old videos were so good, they're going to be jacking off in the basement to those videos until their parents die and there's nobody to pay the electric bill. But what I could do and what I did do is I ensured that I'm not responsible for bringing any new people to that community. My videos had a lot of views. I had 6 million total views from those videos. My most popular one had 250,000. So I was bringing a lot of new people into that community. No more. Now the only people that will ever see those videos now are the people that are in that community who are so fucking stuck in voluntary solitary that the chances of me ever accidentally introducing somebody new to that community is slim to none. So I think you guys should go outside. I know you guys are not going to. Like that guy that spent 25 years in solitary confinement, it's going to feel like the walls is crushing you. And I don't feel sorry for y'all. But I've at least made sure I'm not contributing to the problem anymore. If y'all don't want to leave the house, that's cool. Me personally, I'm done contributing to the problem.